how he gained a big advantage. He would get a lot of money, and then towards the mid game is where he would bring his power to bear in like team fights and stuff. So maybe we'll see him on one of those safer champions in farming with the Karthus or with the Orianna, something like that. Because really right now, it's not the League of Assassins anymore. It's more about heals and shields and longer drawn out team fights.
It is, and we're going to see, actually, I was wondering if he was going to learn the champion, but Nidalee comes through for his Scar. You talked about safe long-range champs.
Yeah, very...
I haven't seen much Scar and Nidalee, I feel like.
We haven't seen much of it, but it is one of those long-range mages, and it is a very popular champion right now just because of the power that she has late game. She can turn complete objectives or team fights around with only 2 spears.
Yep.
And both of these teams with very quick bans, by the way, coming out with their plans laid for this first game matchup.
Yeah, so it's going to be Bunny Fufu's Thresh, Quas's Rise, and Voyboy's LeBlanc goes away. Meanwhile, the Skara, Soraka. I like that one. Used to play that one back in the day. Curse, though, I want to see where their picks actually go towards, because there's a lot out on the field. Most roles only got 1 or 2 bans here, so he says, you know what, maybe Xin Zhao is the most important jungler. Top lane Mundo, interestingly enough, is going to be the lock-in for Quas.
Interesting here. The junglers were definitely talked up a lot coming into this matchup. And Saint was of the opinion that Xin Zhao is the strongest jungler right now. We can see that opinion shared at least a little bit by the team that he's coaching here. Dominate opting for that one early. He's a very well-rounded jungler now. It used to be that he was all about the early game and his very high-powered ganks. But since he thrives with the Pharaoh Flare, he also has a late game. You have infinite scaling with Pharaoh Flare.
True.
Once you get to the late game, kills or monster kills, everything awards you more damage, but also more sustain.
That's a big deal. You get into those team fights, and as long as you get the actual combine going through, you can keep it going on. Lucian already grabbed for I'm a Cutie Pie. He's going to be playing that one for himself. Skara going to make the lock-in for his team.
Yeah,
and he's support for Kiwi Kid. No surprise there.
No surprises for the duo there. Lock-in from Dignitas. We've seen so many big plays from Kiwi Kid when he's on Annie. They really rely on him for the initiations, and they've rarely been out of sync. He has a really good line of communication with the rest of the team and a very good understanding with Cutie Pie. They play together so much. They're both kind of on a different level, but they're on the same different level.
Yeah, they are. They have their own sense of humor, and it's wonderful and magnificent. And as long as they both get along, that's perfect.
Yeah. Now, the other thing I really want to talk about is the heal on Mundo. Heal, big buff to Mundo in the current state of the patch. I think that he's going to stick with this heal teleport combo so he can remove any ignites. I don't expect to see ignites from Dignitas, but he can remove any sort of healing debuff that way. And the move speed bonus makes it a semi-escape and a semi-initiate for him too. Heal is really the jack of all trades when it comes to summoners. It's so good in almost every situation.
And you're going to see how many get brought out on both sides of the lineup right now. It's going to be Corki, Leona, heavy magic damage lane here for Curse's duo there of Cop and Bunny Fufu. With Thresh banned away, he can't play as most played his favorite champion, but should be okay hopping with the power of the sun.
Yeah, it actually used to be used as a kill lane a long time ago because he can proc her Sunlight proc so easily, and the burst damage is there even before level 6.
True. It's a scary lane. The chasing is actually really strong as well. You've got locked in, you've got chasing. It's going to be tough to play against. And honestly, like Annie versus Leona is a bit difficult for Annie because you can't like burst down the tank in the front line, so you can only hit the escapable Corki.
And the main thing that they're looking for with that Leona is long-range engage for Nidalee. Whenever you're going up against Nidalee, you have to be worried about the end game. You want to be able to close distance. Leona is great for that. So we'll have to see if there's some sort of an answer from Dignitas, maybe an early Crucible from them. I don't think that they can go that way, though, having locked in Annie so early, who really favors that move speed and the Talisman.
True.
Have to see where Kiwi Kid actually decides to spend his money early. There's 2 pretty good options for him to go with.
Yeah, the only real disengage tool is the fact that you can maybe drop a Cocoon down and then like Tibbers hopefully locks down the front line.
Yeah, exactly.
I hope that works out.
That's why, I mean, there's a lot of pressure on Kiwi Kid here to deal with the hard engage. It's either going to be cleansing someone or it is that speed buff that he's going to try and provide.
And I want to see what the last pick is for Curse. They're going to look, they were hovering Syndra, or sorry, they're hovering Akali, they're hovering Syndra now. I am curious to see where it goes. Actually, yes. The Yasuo. Now, there's only a few knockups, but Yasuo's got good engage.
Yeah, since there are so few knockups, this is pretty much about the lane matchup. A lot of Koreans or not, you know, Yasuo into Nidalee is one of the few matchups that people actually like to take Yasuo in among mages in the mid lane now, because he does have that kill pressure. And talk about closing the gap.
Yeah.
Yasuo also has the ability to negate spears in the late game, protecting everybody with his ginormous wind walls.
It'll be up easily once per minion wave, so if you want to play offensive or defensive, you can say, okay, during the duration of this minion wave, you can block all the javelins.
Yeah.
You talk about Summoner Spell picks.